Hello chickens, welcome back to my channel. It's Angela here again, if you don't know me. Today is a lovely day to start a new project, and today we're going to make the first little efforts on our vintage notebook, which is a traveler's notebook. So I showed you this little mock-up that I did when I showed you this new kit. So if you haven't seen the different pages in the kit and want to flip through of the various pages, that will be in the playlist. I'll put that link down below. It's called a vintage notebook playlist. Right, so today what I want to do is I want to show you what I've printed on the back of the pages, as well as we're going to make this cover ready. All right, then on Tuesday I'm going to show you how we're going to organize everything. This won't be a very long project, not like a big journal. So if you are feeling you want to take a little step out of your comfort zone and challenge yourself, if you're a person who hasn't been doing this very long or really haven't attempted a project, come and follow along, because you can do this and you just have to follow along with me. If you have any questions, of course, I have a lovely Facebook group. I am on there every day. You can ask myself or any of the wonderful, really creative and talented members that take part there, and we would love to have you there. All right, so let's get started. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just show you really quickly what I've printed on the back of my pages and all the goodies that you need to gather quickly, and then we're going to make the cover, which won't take us very long. So I'm just going to put this to the side quickly. Let's just put it up at the top there. Now with the vintage notebook kit, it's an all-inclusive kit. You get your background pages, you get your journal pages. Let me just grab this here. You get a set of these that are printed on the both sides. You get another set of these that are single side printed. The background pages, there are 9 of those. You get your ephemera and add-on, and your sentiments kit as well. All right, so it's all inclusive. So it's a great kit for you to start out with, and of course this is a great kit for anybody. You could add these traveler's notebook pages to your normal size journal pages, so it just gives it some dimension and a few layers. All right, so that's what I've got here. I've got my extra set of single-sided printed, which we will draw from on Tuesday. I'm going to use some of these, as well as my background pages, which are over there. All right, so you want a set of each of those. I have then taken, in my printed kit, I print them a single set, but then a set as well, printed on both sides. So if you've bought a printed kit from me, this has been done for you already. All right. Okay, so I'm going to open them up like this. Basically, what I have done is I've taken the journal pages, this being number 1, I've printed them out, and there are 8 of them, and then I have then put this whole stack back into my printer as it comes out and printed the background pages bar the very last one. So number 9, which I think is a peachy flower. Let me find it for you and then you know what I mean. Yeah, except for this one here. Because they're 9 and they're 8 journal pages, I left that one off, and then I just printed the rest, number 1 to 8, on the back there. All right, so that, if that helps. So here they are. I folded mine in half already, and I have trimmed off the side bits here. I kept those side bits because I think that there's some decorative bits that can be done with those. So what I've done is I've just clipped them all together over here. All right, so that's those extra bits from the side here. Okay, so that's what we've done. Right, so here's the first page. All right, these are now in order of how I'm going to put them into my journal as well. All right, so I have shunted a few around. Right, so here's the first page, and on the back of that you'll have this beautiful, like, old gold with the floral. All right, so that's the first one. Then the page that has the lovely lady in the corner, she gets the pink one, I think. No, she's got the pink wallpaper on the back. Okay. Then this lovely one with the watches and the roses, and I do love the roses in this kit. I have got this one here. Right now there are a couple of rose pages, so these ones have the pinks and the golds. All right, of course you can add whichever you want on the back. I have a lot of people that ask me what I do, so I'm just showing you, and if this is not what you do, you can fast forward to the next chapter. On this lovely one here, we've got the pink, and with the lady in the corner we've got this one with the yellow and pink wallpaper. All right, this lady on this side reading a book, we've got the vibrant yellow and pink roses. And then with the lovely houses, and I do love this page, I turned this as the background page, back page for that. This is the journal page. I've just turned it the other way around. All right, so I put the houses on the back there. Okay, that goes that way. Right, and then with the lady writing in the corner, I've added these lovely roses. Now this page here is also going to be the one I use for the cover, so you might want to do that. Of course you can use anything for the cover, even wallpaper, it doesn't matter. All right, so there we go. That is what we're going to do with that. Right, so what I've decided to do is I'm going to use 2 of my background pages to make the cover. All right, so I'm not using fabric, although you can use fabric. You can use whatever you like, really. Let me put this to the side. They are folded in half, so you want to get those ready. And that's going to be the sort of foundation of what we're going to add everything to, and there's quite a lot that's going to get added to this, as you can see. Look at that. All right, so I will take you through all the various pockets, tucks and folds that I'm going to do with various items, which I will share with you shortly. All right, so that's that. Let me share those things with you really quickly. Right, as I said, you're going to need the other set of the background pages and another set of these, so we've covered that already. They're single side printed. I have printed out this rose page, and I am going to use these together to make our cover. All right, this one had a bit of a thing, but it doesn't matter because I'm covering that. I've also taken a Pendaflex file, which I had. Now, you don't need to use this. You can use any types of hanging file folder. If you live in the UK, you get the old green ones. They don't have to be new. They can be recycled. You can use a cereal box. It doesn't matter. Just something that's flexible. All right, I've cut this 10 inches that way, that's 25.4 centimeters, and 9 inches in height, which is 23 centimeters. So you want one of those. All right, mine's not a very thick one either, so don't worry about that. So that we're going to make the cover with. Then just some of the other goodies that I've added, and I had to go and count them to make sure. My lace tea stained and avocado pages, I have actually used 3 of these double-sided. All right, if you I have a digital for this. It's very reasonably priced. It's a background page, and I use it in everything, so if you don't have that already from long ago, this is what I've used in here for background pages as well. So I've used 3 of these double-side printed. All right, I have a printed kit which is 8 of each, double-sided printed as well. So you want 3 of these, you want 2 of the avocado, and 2 of tea stain pages. If you make your own tea stain pages, fab. All right, but that is a digital or printed, or of course you can make your own, so whatever you like. I'm going to use that amount. The other thing I grabbed was my Edith Holden book, because I haven't used that for a while. I've taken 2 pages out of here. All right, the first one was page, and I kept this, 78. And I'll show you what that is, or 79.80. I took these two out, and I also took out another one, and I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it was 72, I think. Or was this 72? Yeah, it was page 72 and 78. So I've taken 2 of those. So if you've got an Edith Holden book or any other vintage book that you want to use, that you draw pages from, just take 2 of the double pages when they come out. When I mean double, I mean they come out and they've got two, the whole bit. Okay, so that's what you need there. And then just because I had these minis left over from my mini journal from Letters from a Lady, and I thought this is the perfect size, and it is, for this. So I have taken these two which were remaining. They're already printed on the back if you bought a printed kit, but if you have a digital, you can do the same. I've just taken two of these. It gives nice layers, so you want two of those as well. I will show you what I'm going to do with all of this on Tuesday, because we won't have enough time today. On the Distress Oxide side, let's just put this over here. I'm going with what I use for Letters from a Lady. So Victorian velvet, tattered rose and antique linen for stenciling, stamping, or the like. All right. And then I'm going to be using flowers. So I've got the flowers here. Those are the cream or the white in the center with the soft pink. I've got the lemon. I've got the soft pink here, the ivory, and a few of the peach. So these are from my website shop. Had to think about that. So they come like this, 20 in a pack, very reasonable. And I've packed them in there. You get small ones, large ones, and lots of other colors. I think I've got 18 different options there. All right. The other thing on the flowers, I'm going to put some on the cover, but also some here and there, like odd petals and that, because I love using the flowers, are these mixed flowers. So I've still got a couple of bundles left. They are also from my shop, useful for this project or actually any project. These I have there. So you get, what is it now? It's that one, those 5. Those are the 5. All right. So that's what I have there. So that's on the flowers side. Let's just put that at the top. All right. The other thing is, if you bought an ultimate bundle, all these ribbons and lace pieces are in there. The ultimate bundle also includes 2 of these little antique framed corner thingies. So that's in there. All right. Oh, I messed that up. Here you see, I've put them in here. So you get 2 of these. Okay. This is the ultimate bundle. Well, I've got it underneath a whole pile of other things, but that's the ultimate bundle. You get the ribbon and the lace for this particular one, and 2 of these. That's your closure, your decorative bits, and everything we're going to use in our journal. We're going to use that one, and we're going to use that one as well. All right, so for today. Okay, so that's that. You get a sheet of mini sentiments. I've cut mine out already. There they are. I've grabbed this piece of fabric, which I'm going to put in the middle of the signature. Not today, but when we go and sew it in. So I've just grabbed this. This is 2 inches wide and as long as the journal, which I think I said was 9 inches long. All right, so 23 centimeters that way and 5 centimeters that way. All right, so go and grab ribbon and lace, and that's what we're going to have there. Then I also went and you got some homework. You've always got homework with me with a new kit, don't you? So just using my little storage box, which I use over and over again for my projects, it just makes it easier for me. I went and cut out all my bits. I went and printed the lace on the back here. You don't have to do that. You can just stencil. It's only really the top bit that you see. And then I've cut out all my large tags. These are all inclusive of that kit. The small tags are all here, and all the ephemera bits, loads and loads and loads of little bits to put in. So go and cut that all out. On all of mine, I put the lace paper. So I print this out. I print out the lace paper. I usually keep the ones that are my misprints or whatever, and then I print the lace on the back. And I stick those 2 pieces of paper together. I use 60-pound weight, so 160 GSM cardstock, and it gives it a nice firmness, and it's not going to tear. So there we go. That's all done, ready to go, and we will be using that. There were also pockets. I've cut them out. I've laid mine in my journal, which I will share with you on Tuesday. So you get 2 upright vertical pockets, and you get 4 square pockets. So cut all of that out as well. All right, so we've done all of that there. I've just grabbed, as I said, some other little scrappy bits from my Letters from a Lady. Just little bits. This is really little scrappy bits that are remaining, in case I want to add a little bit of something somewhere. So, and then for the cover, I used 3 little buttons. I took them from my Letters from a Lady, and this is what remains from that. So I will just use the odd one here or there. So it was still great to be able to use some of these goodies that I had over. All right, I think that's everything on that front. I think let's go and grab our goodies so that I can show you how to make the base of your cover. Okay, so we have got our piece that we've cut out, which is 10 by 9 inches, 25.4 or 23. And I've grabbed my 2 rose pages. Now, they don't have to match, guys. If you have bought a printed kit, you can use their couple in there. 2 are very similar. Use them. We're going to cover a lot of what goes on the front, so don't be too worried about that. Right, so what I've done is I've got this bit like this. The 10 inches is the width, and that gives me enough for everything. So I'm going to put that to the side just for the moment and grab my glue. Now, I have got 2 of them. This one is going to be the one on the front. This one's going to be the one on the back. And all I want you to ensure is that you're going to glue underneath and flap that on the top, so that when you bend this round, this join will be closer to the back and not on the front. All right, something like that. Although it doesn't really make that much difference, but I'm going to run some lace on mine. So I'm going to take my ruler quickly and my burn folder. This is not, you don't need to score this. This is just so that I can keep it straight. And it's just a guide. For me, I'm going to just run some glue all over that section there. All right, and then just take the one, this would be the top side, and just put it on there where that score line is, so that you can keep it straight. Yeah. And now you've got an A3 size, or a much bigger size. A3 is double an A4, which is like twice the size of a US letter. Too much explanation, isn't it? Right, turn that over. Don't worry about what's on there. And then we're going to take this bit and we are going to cover it. Now, you could actually put that on the center fold. I'm just worried that it's going to, it shouldn't if we've glued it, should it? If I don't want to fold this quite yet, but if I just find the halfway mark quickly, like that, there or thereabouts. Okay, then we're able just to get this on here. Now, we have got a lot of extra paper here, but one sheet won't do it on its own. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Fabri-Tac, and I want to just turn this over. Makes no difference which side, it's just because I drew the line. And you want to get glue all over here. We want to turn that over. Line it up with your join there. Move this down a bit. Doesn't matter really, but as long as you have a decent amount around each area. Okay, what you want to do now is we're going to do a little bit of cutting on the sides here. So I want to just cut off the excess. Leave about 1 inch on the sides. What you want to do is you want to go and thingy the corners. Mitre, that's the word. So you want to cut to the corner and away to the corner. I'm going like a hairline away from the corner actually. And then you do that on all 4 sides. You want to go and put some glue on. So let's start with the top bit here. Run some glue close to the edge. Oh, I must really get one of those hand glue squeezers, but whenever I look for one, it's out of stock. All right, so let's do that. And it's probably easier to run your bone folder alongside the edge too, which is now going to have glue on it. It's all right, let's just do that for all the sides while I'm at it. All right, so now we can stick that down. To the opposite side again. Yeah, with scoring the edges, it does make it nice and clean. You get nice sharp corners, look at that. Right, and then last bit. Okay, so there we have that like that. So there's our front and there's our back, and here we're going to run something on there, don't worry, but not at the minute. I suppose we could. Right, so that's what we've got so far, and that's our fold line, and this will fit our pages really well if you take them here, put them on there. By the time you folded it around, you know, and everything, it sort of bulks up a bit there. I noticed that from my other one, so you can see here I've made it a little bit longer than this. All right, so there we go. That's sort of great for me, but I would, with the 10 and the 9 inches, just measure your pages. It should be similar, but I know that the US letter is a 1/4 of an inch wider, so just be mindful of that, although I think the 9 inches should be fine. Okay, so that's that side. Now I am going to show you what I've put together. We're not going to put the lace on here today, this lace on, but I have got mine ready here and just wrapped it round, all the way around, with my little quilting clips there. That's the reason why I haven't sewn that on, is it's what I will do once I've sewn the signature in, because I don't want to sew on top of all of this stuff. I want this to cover most of that stuff. All right, but I'm going to talk you through just a few other pointers. Now, if you're wanting to, I'm not going to do this myself because this is just for me, but some people like to seal their paper cover. And you can do that. Now, you can do that with a couple of things, either something called Mod Podge or matte medium. Let me grab that quickly. Okay. So here's the Mod Podge. This is just a water-based sealer. You just take your brush and you paint it with even strokes over here and allow it to dry out like this. You can use that. Other 2 things I've got here are this is a Distress Collage Medium Tim Holtz. This is this one. And then there's this one, which has got like a vintage, it looks almost like a vintage photo. It's got like a tint, and now I can't open it, but you can see what I mean. All right, so you could go and paint on either of these, or just stick with your good old Mod Podge, and that'll seal this completely. So just thought I'd mention that in case you wanted to do that, and at this point is where you would want to do that before we put any lace or anything on. All right, so we've got our cover. You need 2 pieces of lace. So this comes from the Ultimate Lace Bundle, so that's that. I've just clipped mine in place here, so I know that's what I'm going to use. Then I've got just these 3 little flowers. It's the lemon one. It's that one, the lemon, and I've just alternated them like that, and then put on one of my mixed flowers onto the top there. All right, so that's that. So you can go and put that together. We've got our closure over here, which is gorgeous. Lovely. I love the feel of it. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to wrap that underneath, and again, we only put that on once we've sewn our signature in, right? Because otherwise the stitching is going to come through there. And then for this piece over here, all I did was I took some of the soft pink, it's this one, so the background page that you didn't use, this one, and the yellow, and I have just layered this image from the ephemera onto that. Okay, so I've just put a little bit, I put it onto the yellow first. I've just used my tear ruler to make the edges. You can either do it by hand or with some of those craft scissors if you've got that. And I have sewn around the edge there, you can see, but it's not a must. All right, just put your distress ink on the edges as well. Then this little bit over here, I've just looped that, made a little loop, there you go, and I just sewed it in when I was sewing around there, but you can just glue it on, and that's what that will be our topper for our journal. All right, so that's what we've got there. You want your closure, you want your lace, 3 buttons I've stitched on. That's going to go there, that's going to go there, and then this will go a bit higher, won't it? A bit higher. There and there. So that's where all of those are going to go. So you can go and get all of that ready for us, so that when we put that all together, we've got it all there. Now I'm just doing one signature. I'm going to just show you quickly. Oh, I've gripped that page in there. We don't want that. That's our first page. Now you can see for the peach bit, I've used peach to go across here, which is this one here. All right. It does go a bit lumpy there. Yeah, but that's going to happen, and that's why we're going to use our fabric. Excuse for the chair creaking. The fabric that I showed you earlier, 2 inches by 9, and we will end up putting that there and so gluing it down so that we have that sort of effect. And I think that that's just perfect for that journal. All right, so that's going to make that all pretty. All right, so that's what we've got there. And as I say, this is that page that I talked about, number 78. Isn't that pretty? This is from the Edith Holden. I will talk to you through how I put those in on Tuesday, but I don't cut them off. I fold them over. All right, so it's 4 inches. I fold them over on those. So that's a beautiful page there, isn't it? And that goes straight through to the other side, look. Yeah? All right, so I will talk you through how I've got lots of other things that are going to go in here. And we've got our pockets. I'll get you to do all of that. Where's one with the little, there we go. Look how cute those are. Yeah. So we've got lots that we're going to do with pockets and tuck spots on Tuesday. All right, guys, I think I've given you lots to think about today. I hope you're going to have fun with this. I still have some Ultimate bundles in my shop for the Ultimate Notebook if you were looking for one. There are just a few left, so go and grab one. I'm not going to restock them after this. I've got other projects going in the background here and in my head. So yeah, there will be a new project for March. So this one's going to be done by the end of this month. Isn't that amazing? So yeah, I'm loving this Traveler's Notebook. I think I'll have to put together a couple of other themes and styles for that. All right, everyone, have a wonderful Sunday. Go and have a nice cup of tea. Oh, I fancy a nice scone, but I don't have any, so I won't be getting that. But I'm going to have fun playing around here for our next little video. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for everything and all your support and kind words. Always appreciated. And I'll see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.